Hello, Assalamualaikum, and good day to everyone. My name is Muhammad Ali Abdul Rahman, and I am from UTHM doing my Master in Engineering Technology under supervision Associate Professor Dr. Chan Chimeng. I would like to say that I'm glad to be part of IAN CIEC for 2017 and sharing my research project, which is titled as Prediction of Frictional Resistance from Hollow Stem Backfilling of Screw-in Soil Nail. As an introduction of my presentation, I'm going to define what is slope failure. So what is slope failure? Slope failure is an unstable soil condition due to soil structural failure to retain its condition, which is require the slope stabilization action as a precaution action to the public. Slope stabilization method involve specialty construction technique that must be fully understood and modeled out in realistic ways. Several studies and analyses should be made by qualified experts to ensure that the existing soil is structurally ready for construction work. Poor management of soil structures and slopes could result in slope failure. For simplicity, the common slope failure can be classified as slide and slip. Theoretically, a slide that occurs on slope's body can be defined as a movement of soil mass which is parallel to the plane of weakness and occasionally parallel to slope. Slide in soils can experience rotational or translational movement, which mostly depends on two types of soil condition. Homogeneous material, as shown in left figure, which have similar properties in all directions, and inhomogeneous, as shown in right figure, which is material with plane of weakness. As we know, slope failures are major natural hazard in many areas around the world, which normally create a huge economic losses and disruption resulting in loss of life and properties. So here I listed three types of common slope failure, which is named as slide, slip, and creep. So in this research, I'm going to focus on slip failure. Slip is a mass movement which involves much greater internal deformation than a slide. Slip commonly occurs in the form of rotational failure. The slip surface is multiplanar surface consisting of a number of inclined linear segments interconnected with various lengths and angles in a plane. Unlike slides, the soil failure of slip is commonly occurred by one big move of soil which internally fails. The internal fail is due to some factor like seismic effect and impact of excessive load. The point where the shears develop and fails the soil structure form the inside of slope body is called slip plane. So here, as we can see from the cross-sectional figure here, this is the slip plane, which is I said it just now, and this is the spot where my nail intersecting the slip plane. The design of soil nailing is influenced by many factors, including the construction method, overburden stress, grout pressure, nail surface roughness, and soil strength. Previous studies on this field reported that the key of the nail reinforcement mechanism is at the nail and soil interface. The screw design nail is one of the innovations explored on development of better interface. A previous researcher named Toki in 2016 carried out the laboratory study on interaction between screw nail and sand. The study proved that the helical design of the soil could increase the nail's pull-out resistance. A thread, also referred to as screw, is defined as a ridge of uniform section in the form of helix on either the external or internal surface of cylinder. Thread pattern of the nail provides ease for the nail to be driven into the soil. In addition, the helical surface gives a larger surface area for soil nail interaction compared to a smooth surface. Larger surface area increases the total contact area between nail and soil, which consequently increases the frictional resistance. Next is the hollow body. The invention of the hollow design is normally used in piles for the foundation purpose. The hollow design is commonly infilled with concrete. The concrete acts as the pile reinforcement, while the hollow pile protects the concrete. This method increases the structural strength and stiffness of the pile. In this study, the soil nail is designed with hollow stem. The hollow stem is intended to be filled with soil during the installation process, hence giving double friction action from both inside and outside of the nut. Besides, the slope stabilization work on site will not require the use of concrete or grout. Next, we move to the materials and method. To carry out the model test, an artificial slope was built using a mixture of SKW representing the soil of the slope. The SKW mixture is made up from a fine sand, kaolin, and water at 8:1 of weight ratio. The moisture content is 13.56%. The use of SKW is to ensure the uniformity of frictional within soil, and also SKW may ease the slope making process for the lab test. Previously, the mixture was tested in the shear box of 6x6x12 cm to determine the undrained shear strength parameters. Next, we go to the model box test layout. This is my apparatus. This is the hydraulic jack where the vertical stress is applied on the top of the simulating slope constantly at 700 kPa. The test will be terminated and considered failed at 56 mm vertical deformation or settlement of the slope. Also, before I'm not forgetting, the grid line is drawn on the front facing, which is the viewing panel, for the measurement purposes. For parameters and measurement, firstly, we're going to look on angular distortion ratio. Under constant of 700 kPa of pressure, the slope suffered deformation and caused the angle of slope to gradually distorted under various degrees. The angular distortion occurred as the resultant to the vertical settlement and horizontal displacement of measure. The measurements were analyzed by considering the vertical and horizontal movement over the pre and post deformation of slope. The angle distortion were derived and calculated using the simple trigonometry equation as shown in this figure. During the model box test, the vertical load at crest of the slope terminated when the settlement approximately reached 20% from its original height of 280 mm. Generally, the settlement occurred due to the compressed loose backfill of SKW mixture. Here is the table after we calculated all the results. Control sample shows the 45.44 degree distortion from its original angle, which is largest distortion has recorded. The gradual decrement of distortion followed by plane sample and thread sample, which are about 3 to 5% lesser than control sample. The presence of reinforcement enables the slope to develop enhancement of shear resistance. This is due to the ability of nail to transfer the load against the driving forces through nail tensile strength. Further decrement recorded promisingly when hollow thread nail is installed. The distortion decreased approximately 10%. Instead of tension, the friction force that lies between nail's surface and soil also contribute to the development of shear resistance. Back to the previous sample, thread sample has gained the nail effectiveness compared to the plane sample. This is because the bigger surface contact between thread design and soil, since theoretically the larger surface contact area develop a better friction force. With addition of hollow stem design on hollow thread nail, the nail experiences double frictional force from outside and inside of the nail. Even though the exact frictional force is quite difficult to be measured out during the test, but still, the result proved the existence of frictional force between soil-nail interface. The next parameter and measurement is volumetric deformation ratio. As we can see here, the slope failure mechanism simulated in the model box test aims to the shallow slip failure involving large volume of sliding mass. The sliding mass may initiate the rotational and translational failures along the slope. The volumetric displacement ratio was next analyzed to quantify the volume displacement due to the sliding mass. Here is the sliding mass that resulted in 4 samples tested in the model box test. The volumetric change and calculation as shown in the table were calculated by considering that the failure pattern of the slope on the square grids to be uniform along the length of the slope. Thus, the multiplication of the total area of collapse zone with the depth of model box, which is 30 cm, gives the corresponding volumetric deformation ratio. The volumetric displacement is next derived simply by dividing it to the original slope's value. The continuous vertical load applied had caused the soil begin to slump down at the slope's toe as the rotational failure triggered within the homogeneous material, which is SKW mixture. The compressed slope body underwent gradual displacement and formed a collapse zone at the crest of the slope. The volume of collapse zone was having volume substitutional with the heap that formed at the slope's toe. Regarding to the principle of conservation, the ruptured zone at the top of slope must be equal to the heap found at the toe of the slope. The collapse of slopes was partially captured and illustrated into the two-dimensional form as shown in the figure. Back to this table, the reduction of volumetric displacement pattern from control sample to hollow thread sample explains that the shear resistance of the nail was enhanced and indicates a better stability achieved. For control samples, the shear resistance were mostly similar along the loosely compacted soil, hence the failure pattern was more uniform and more consistent compared to the reinforced slope. A lesser sliding severity occurred upon plain and thread sample. During the nail installation, the soil was displaced with nail volume, in which makes the soil become denser around the nail surrounding area. This could improve the soil strength, but somehow the volume displacement may cause disturbance to the soil structure and interrupt stability. At a certain point, the soil displacement due to nail's volume could cause heaving on the slope surface. Apparently, the hollow thread nail offers better reinforcement than the rest sample. This could be due to the nail's installation technique created less disturbance to the soil, hence leaving the soil shear strength mostly unchanged. Besides, the helical surface and hollow stem provided better soil-nail interface with larger contact surface and better interlocking. Remarkably, the volume of residue zone for hollow thread sample is not equal to the collapse zone. This is because of the partial volume was first backfilled in the hollow stem of the nail during the nail installation. Next, we go to the third parameter and measurement in this research paper, which is frictional of soil-nail interface. As mentioned before, the frictional force that lies between soil-nail interface contribute to shear resistance of the slope. A significant frictional force helps the nail to sustain soil structure and transfer the load properly. This directly enhances the shear strength and maintains the slope stability. The development of frictional improves with increasing normal force on slope. This is affected by the additional constant load applied on the crest and also the deformation of soil where the nail strength began to be mobilized. On the other hand, the total surface area also plays an important role in creating frictional of soil-nail interface. Since the analysis is requiring nail sample, the control sample is excluded in this analysis. Applying the principle of friction for static force, the calculation were derived with considering the total surface area of nail, the normal force, which is obtained by considering the total pressure applied per unit area multiplied with the total surface area of the nail. The calculation is completely by assuming the frictional coefficient mu equal to 0.5. The calculations are as following equation. As shown in the table, the thread sample indicates better frictional force compared to plain sample. This is because the helix design on nail sample have bigger surface contact with soil surrounding it. In addition, the helix also provides better soil grips compared to the plain surface. In comparison, the hollow thread shows frictional improvement about 2/3 of thread sample. This added friction is believed supplemented by the backfilling soils in the hollow stem during the nail installation. The backfill soils reduce the volume of slumping soils. Nevertheless, it also generates internal frictional which directly improve the shear resistance of slope against failure. As a conclusion, the slope angular distortion of hollow thread sample have improved by 10% from plain sample and volumetric displacement ratio improved by 11%. For frictional resistance improved by 2.5 times over plain sample. So I think that's all from me. I end my presentation with thank you.